Hey everybody, welcome back. Slay the Spire. I don't know what the heck is going on. You know what? I bet it's because I got a controller plugged in and there's a short in my micro USB cord. There we go. There we go. Okay. I wanted to look at the daily. What do we got? Defect. Draft flight terminal. Can I say something honest to you? You might not love this. I see such high scores. Draft is like insanely easy. And the scores seem to indicate that this is maybe a daily that's a little busted. I'm gonna make an executive decision that at least for today, maybe we'll mix it up and do a little bit of Ascension. I love Slay the Spire, don't get me wrong. It is arguably, like, I've said it many times, I think it might be like the best designed roguelite of all time. I think I'm gonna go for an upgraded Eruption, by the way. That way on 3 energy we can play Vigilance then Eruption. But the dailies, I mean, it's similar to Isaac, right? Like the dailies where things are a little bit too easy sometimes are not the most enjoyable dailies. So I'd rather mix it up, get a little difficulty in. Do you see this 4 elite path here? 3 Dog Moon. I'm willing to take a stab at it at the very least. Let's see. So I think we can Vigilance, Eruption, hit you 2 times. 2 more strikes will get us a kill. And we might not necessarily build around stances this time. Gain 3 mantra and shuffle an insight into your draw pile. Does this become 4? Man, it would like change everything if it was 5, huh? The problem is, I mean, mantra is amazing, and the fact that we get draw later is great, but it doesn't actually do anything for us damage-wise or block-wise early. You know what? Why don't we try taking a halt here? And halt we're going to try to use, like, essentially... Yeah, we can do this. We're going to try to use it essentially the opposite of how we used Wallop before. Which is, you know, we would be in... Well, actually, we're going to use it, like, ideally exactly the same way we used Wallop, now that I think about it. I don't know if that was worth it. Which is 32 damage, oh my god. That's fine, because we can do this. Look at that, okay. Would you give me one of those? And we didn't actually need to do that, because our strikes don't punch through here. And then we get a quick Eruption. And a quick strike, and then we find ourselves in almost exactly the same position yet again. Can we do 19 damage to you? We can do 24 damage to you. How does that sound? I'm a believer in Bowling Bash as a card. And then remember, we're on Ascension here, so there's all sorts of good stuff, don't get me wrong. I think it's important to dump Doubt. I don't mind Mayhem. I'm just worried that it altering our ability to, you know, like, be in stances or something like that could be problematic. At the end of your turn, suffer an insight into your draw pile. I mean, like, that's... Starting with a card play, which can be worth something, that also generates 2 extra cards. Drawn every turn. That's pretty good. But I'm also kind of a believer... in, like, Third Eye, Flash of Steel, Fear No Evil, and I know that that's maybe a little bit spicy to add so much early. What are we on here on Ascension 2? Normal enemies are deadlier? Also known as, who cares? Maybe that's needlessly rude, but, pretty soon we're gonna start doing the math here as well, right? That's exactly what we're looking for, okay. So I've found myself getting interested in playing as the Watcher a little bit here. Yeah, you could tell the way I skirted that daily today. So Mark is kind of like Poison. Every time you have a Mark trigger, all enemies... But it doesn't decay. But there's only like 1 card that adds it, I think. Deal damage 3 times. Enter... 3 damage 3 times. Enter Wrath. Shuffle this card into your draw pile. As of right now, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill for a bit. We're just gonna relax. Turn 1, we have no desire to hit you. We got to be very careful with the way we approach stances here. Do we have a stance exit card? We don't. Okay, I would probably look at this as like this is a better turn to end in vigilance than it is to start in it to get the extra energy boost. But I gotta remember, you know, we're not really sweating like perfects or anything like that. We won't need the enter calm, but the damage is pretty nice. Maybe we'll draw eruption next turn actually. So we'll scry that we'll scry that basic strike out of there. We do need a way to deal more damage. We're not exactly crushing it in the damage department. And check this out. We get 12 block because we're in Wrath. And then we get to exit Wrath, and we're only taking 1. Which is totally fine considering we did like 50 there. So we're basically trying to get to Eruption again. I don't think we need to use a potion here. We only need to do 26 damage. Can I kill you? We can play every attack, so it'll be 8, and then, yes, you'll definitely die. Okay, that was a totally acceptable fight. Choose one. Gain 6 plated armor, 3 strength, or 25 gold. The problem for me, like, I don't necessarily think it's bad, but I do look at it and I say, how the heck are we going to get the energy to play that? But then I think, you know what? Let's take it, and this is what miracles are for. I'll remove a card from this deck. I think we could afford... We do want to do more damage, but I'm still going to cut a basic strike. Maybe that makes no sense. But that's my play. Okay, so what gives us the best value? 3 extra damage, 2 extra block, 2 scry, 3 extra damage. I mean, you know, upgrading a rare seems to make sense to me. We're not going for score. Frozen Egg, powers get upgraded. We don't have a power in our deck yet, so that feels okay. So yeah, give me Wish. 30 gold every time is kind of funny at the very least. But I think, why don't you give me Wish... and then give me 8 plated armor. And then, I think I'm a miracle bowling bash sort of guy here. And we'll lose 1 of the plated armor, but I mean, the amount of block we're getting out of that is just kind of, like, gross. It's kind of awesome, right? Can we get to 18 block? It won't be easy. Never mind, it's going to be extremely easy. Fear no evil. I love what we're about to draw. We might as well play it anyway. 8-bladed armor is pretty significant. This will do 6 damage? Really? Rude. 18 damage coming in. That is not going to be an issue. We get to re-enter calm. Okay, dude, I gotta tell you, like, I know we've, you know, this is... at the best of times, not the most banter-based series, but I really do feel like parts of my brain starting to, and I'm not of the illusion that just because our win rate is good right now that we must be like, you know, an amazing Slay the Spire player, because obviously, you know, we're on Ascension too, and we're doing dailies that tend to be easier than, you know, just the... we take a little damage, who cares? We're doing dailies that tend to be easier than, you know, probably your average Ascension 0 run, depending on the modifiers you get. I don't really want to see these, to be honest. But it's starting to give me the itch. Now, I want to be very clear. I reserve the judgment to get that itch treated at any point, but I remember... having a, you know, we only scry once. I'm really a believer in this bowling bash, though. I remember the first time that I played as, and this time, by the way, I think we're going to take 4 strength. Because bowling bash then gives us an early lethal, which is nice. I remember the first time I played the Watcher, my heart just wasn't really in it. I could take another scry trigger. We're only at 17 cards here. I remember being like, you know, I think I had tunnel visioned so much into this. Maybe we can get a good attack going on here. 3 damage 3 times. Enter Wrath. Shuffle this card into your draw pile. Sure, all we need to do is make sure we draw Fear No Evil next turn. That seems likely, right? No, I don't think I can. I think just put a Crush Joints in here. We should have enabled it with the Halt first. That would have... Well, it's only 1 vulnerable, I guess. Who cares? So we wouldn't have drawn what I wanted to draw. I know the danger. I don't think we're gonna... I don't know what... We'll figure it out over time, okay? Life changes when you draw a Wish second. Can I kill you? 9 damage. I know that, you might think playing Wish is the smart play here. I mean, you might be right for the record, but I think you gotta start with this, and then this to re-enter Calm. And then, sure, why don't you, after this, I know you're getting stronger. I still think the Plated Armor is probably the most helpful. At some point, like, it would be nice to, block some damage. We do it. Don't forget, we got the Plated Armor, so, like, all is not lost here. We're taking 16 damage. I'm glad we got the Plated Armor. It might have already paid for itself, quite frankly. Never mind, we're dead? Really? We're dead by 1? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't. Oh man. Okay, never mind. I hate it. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that the first time I played through as the Watcher when it just came out, I wasn't feeling it. I think I just tunnel visioned too much into. Why don't you give me enemies in your next combats have lower HP? I think I simply tunnel visioned into the idea that, like, I had to learn so much about how the Ironclad was played, so much, and I will still take Bowling Bash, so much about how the Silent was played, the Defect, like, I barely figured it out. I think I can skip that. That I think, like, I was in a moment of my life that, let's just say, was perhaps a little bit inflexible. Now, on the other hand, I'm like, I think I'm in a good position to learn. It's been long enough. This was, like, one of my favorite cards on that run that worked for us, so let's take that. I think I'll lose 0 gold, personally. Seems like a decent option for me. And this should be a super easy elite fight, because they only have 1 HP. Blood Vial is kind of nice. Retain. When retained, lower its cost by 1. I think we can do better. I know, like, I think we're in danger of having, like, the exact same thing happen to us here. Which is that, like, we don't... I mean, I haven't taken, like, any cards. Which is pretty bad, admittedly. Not very smart. Sometimes even if a card, and I gotta remember this lesson. I mean, we lost 1 run, like, life goes on. You think we're gonna draw a Bowling Bash next turn? I think I'm certainly willing to get a little hot on this one. We take 12 damage. I'm not too worried about that right now. I think we can race the enemies down. Okay. Like, absolutely horrible draw, but drawing through the dazes is kind of nice, I guess. And then 18 damage, 14 damage. You are gonna die. So this was a... Ooh, I played the wrong card! Oh my god! It's okay. You're gonna be okay. Don't forget, you got Blood Vial. Can I tell you a signature move? It was not all that and a bag of potato chips last time. I think I'm okay. No longer becoming frail. I think I'm okay playing this until I die. Okay, Singing Bowl. I mean, admittedly, if I'm gonna skip a lot of cards, Singing Bowl has some value associated with it. I'm not afraid to get a touch spicy, and I think at this point we'll remove a basic attack. I will tell you, though, our deck is too thin. That went better than expected. Our deck is too thin right now. It needs more cards, and it needs cards that do something. I am stupid and need to actually look at the numbers. We're only taking 1 damage, but, like, there was no reason we even had to take 1 damage there. I love Fear No Evil, and I know it's like I'm just basically rebuilding the exact deck I was using last time. Your next attack deals 5 additional damage. Nah, man, give me a Sanctity, okay? Then we can play a Defend into a Sanctity. We didn't really get much out of it. I guess I'll just do 8 damage to you. We gotta remember, like, if nothing else, I think we should play less skills this time. Like, I don't mind playing Miracle. And then we can get a Crush Joints out there, then an Eruption, then a quick little Bowling Bash, then a Strike. And I know you're gonna hit me here, but hitting me for 16 is not actually that bad. That looks fine. Centennial Puzzle, Ancient Potion, Vault. Take an extra turn after this one, end your turn. I mean, half of the fun of playing these characters is experimenting with the rares, right? And Vault is a fun one. We want it to be cheaper so we can do more on the turn where we're gonna, you know, flip it. This turn is bad, but we do get Vault. So here's what I would say. Why don't we enter Calm? Why don't we Bowling Bash? Why don't we play Vault and then just skip to the next turn? I think we want to Crush Joints. Eruption. 3 energy. You are doing 60 damage. So it's pretty large. But then now you're only doing 30. We take 22. This is where I think we're gonna suffer. Just to be honest. And we'll enter Calm even though we're in Calm. We don't really have great damage dealing potential, which is troublesome for me. So I'm a real believer in us basically being forced to go into Eruption every time it shows up. I don't mind taking 6 damage. I think that was like the only way we were getting around there a little bit faster. Ending in Calm is always nice. So we can do 20 damage, or we could do 5 block, 8 damage, 10 damage. That's not okay. So you just play your 3 attacks. This is we're gonna be fine. But that turn was potentially lethal if we doubled up on the damage. We need a big turn basically right here, and this is kind of what we're going for. 1 attack, but not taking any damage. Okay, this is the big turn, right? 24 damage. We'll live through it. Wow, like I mean, we actually do need to put up some blocks, but. Yeah, I think this is not a good deck right now, and I think it has the capabilities to get there. I mean, we could die to burns here, just for the record, so make sure you're using your cerebellum. But we need some more hurting power. We need some more damage. I'm just thinking. Devotion actually seems potentially awesome. Judgment's fine, but as long as Devotion gets out there before Vault... Wow, dude, I don't know. I don't think we're playing more than 6 cards per turn right now, but it is a little dangerous for sure. I think I need the energy, though. The thing I like about that is if we can build Mantra, it seems like... I really like these question marks here. It seems like it'll be dangerous. However, we will... by playing Vault, we can basically get 6 Mantra before the enemy has a chance to act. As long as we play Devotion on a turn previous to Vault. Like, not even on the same turn. Anyway, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Yeah, I'm getting into a lazy habit here of not doing the math. So we want to Eruption? No, we want a Vigilance, then Eruption, which takes us to 3 of 4 energy. We will smack it. We'll do a Fear No Evil. Put us back in the calm state. You're doing 14 damage. We have exactly 14 block, and we've made our next turn easier. You like to see it. Okay, I think you definitely play Devotion. This is kind of like our win condition. I don't think this will really work well for us, but I mean, we have to play the Vault. At least his block didn't come back. I was thinking it definitely would. In order to not take damage, I think this is a turn where we do that, and then we go... And that was... We got to be careful, because even that put us to Velvet Choker, but... and we're on 4 Mantra. Getting us a little closer to Divinity. If we want 12 block... I think we play it like this, and I'll admit, you know, I know we're not getting much out of it. You are getting stronger, huh? No, just... I don't know what you got out of that. Can we kill you? Because we can play patiently with Mantra now. We're in a bit of a different... I know people hate when you say it. We're in a bit of a different archetype, though. So 9 damage. What if we started with Defend? 8 damage plus Vulnerable. This will do like 14. So we're at 22 damage. Plus another 14. So it's not enough. And if it not being enough is totally fine. We'll take a slight bit of damage. But not, you know, bet the farm. This one, I'll be honest, I don't think you have to do the math on this one. This one, I'm pretty sure you're toasted. Okay, good, good. Keep doing the math. Having the ability to exit stance definitely seems nice. In a weird way, I think it enables me to do more damage. Okay. And sure, why don't you give me a card? I think it enables me to do more damage because I have the ability to feel more confident in the Wrath state. And again, keep in mind, you need more damage. More damage is critical here. Another stance, I'm always going to have, I think, an over-preference for this. If we want more damage, one of the best ways to do that might be to put a Tantrum in the deck. It's not really a fantastic attack in and of itself. That's unfortunate, but maybe it's not. But it gives us something. It gives us something. So I think we're going to probably end up using this here. We're going to take a free turn for certain. Do you think we could... with 4 energy, I think it looks like Miracle, Crush Joints, Strike, Evaluate, so that we get the draw in the future. Then we get the Vault, which is nice. And all the effects stay, which I didn't really consider. Now remember, you can only play 6 cards. Empty Body is pretty much exactly what we're looking for. I would rather you died just like... That's 4. We got 2 more cards. I think we got to play an Eruption and then an Empty Stance. We take no damage, and oh my god, he's started to do the Arithmetic. Nothing can stop you once you do the Arithmetic. I think we just want to enter Wrath on this, because then this kills you. This puts us back in the calm state. And we are going to take 2 damage and get afflicted by... Oh, probably... No, you just put, like, wounds in our deck or something, right? Anyway, you're in a world of hurt. This seems pretty good. Being able to exit stance is nice, but Fear No Evil to, like, guarantee yourself, like, calm, I think, is nice as well. And if it doesn't guarantee calm, then who cares? At least it's an okay attack. Deal 3 damage 4 times? I don't know. I'm still a believer in this Devotion play, even though it hasn't really come to pass yet. There's so much energy on turn 1. Okay, we'll roll this over. This is more along the lines of what we're looking for. So I think we definitely like an eruption. And then just keep in mind, you know, are we going to draw something that allows us to exit stance next turn? It's quite likely. There's 2 cards that enable it, and we're drawing 5 of 7. It would require, like, both of those cards to not be drawn, as well as no other ability to draw. It could happen, legitimately. I'm pessimistic that it's gonna. Sometimes you gotta live dangerously. So I'm not gonna exit stance. I'm just gonna vault. And one of the reasons we're vaulting, again, is to try to get mantra going as fast as possible. Okay, this is very nice. We can get a crush joints out there. Hit you with, like, a pretty sick tantrum. Now, one thing I didn't consider is that we are drawing literally 0 blocks. Can I play? I can play all these. So you're not gonna die. But you're gonna be close to death. And again, with all the garbage we got available, like in a good way, with all the good garbage we got available, I'm pretty sure you're super dead. Yeah, that went totally fine. We do have a pantograph, so I'm feeling okay about that. Sorry, caffeine's hitting different today. I think a card draw with stance exit feels nice, and I am willing to fight another elite. I feel like we've kind of hit that first part of the snowball. Diva form. Extra energy every turn? That might seem like great, but I don't think with Velvet Choker it's actually that valuable. So I do kind of think our first turn's gonna suck a little bit. Why don't you add a Smite into our hand? Let's give this a trial run, right? And again, turn 1 is... Oh, that was stupid. Turn 1's gonna be a little stinky here. When we don't draw... No vault, huh? When we don't draw things that enable us to... get into, like, this state, we run into problems. Bowling Bash is just, like, disgusting. I'm like, can we Bowling Bash you? I'm just looking at the energy more than anything else. Bowling Bash you, that's 42. But then how do I kill you? Maybe I just Bowling Bash you instead. We get our energy back, which is actually not that important. Hold on. We played 2 cards. I'm just looking at it. Because there is a part of me that's like, I feel like is unlikely we're going to get a mantra to pop. Like, I think these enemies will die faster. So we have 4 cards. They're doing 40 damage. We'd like to play a defend of any sort. But first, we'd like to do more damage. So we'll play 3 cards and then a defend. No, 2 cards, which would be this, then enter Calm, and we don't need to play a defend anymore. We only have 1 card remaining. You know, I mean, I'll send a devotion. It's never gonna work, man. Just don't be unreasonable. That devotion is never gonna pop for you, and that's okay. Like, we gotta learn to live with it. There we go. That is getting better. Prayer Wheel. We get another card draw. I mean, a second devotion. I don't know. It certainly seems interesting. Don't shoot the messenger. I forget. I think you lose 20 HP off of that, right? Like, it's enough to be a little scary. So I'm gonna get this other devotion popping as well. So like every 2 turns we should get one. It's a bit dangerous. Dolly's Mirror. I don't know if we want another devotion at this point. I think it's getting to be a little much. You know what I don't mind though? Like, if you give me another vault, this is certainly a different sort of deck than we've been rolling lately. Just hoping we live through this fight. If we get both vaults on the same turn, I'm not sweating it. Maybe it's not ideal, but I'm not sweating it. So we have 12 damage coming out here. That's poor. But what are you gonna do? I'm happy we get to enter the calm state. We take 7 damage. We're gaining 6 mantra per turn. Tantrum takes one of these birds out, like, just by themselves. No, like, that's what I meant by take them out. I can understand the confusion. Probably should have left myself the means to re-enter the calm state. You know what, though? Look at this. We can just take a vault right away. We're gonna have... There we go. We're in divinity. And we got 2 rolled over. I didn't think it would roll it over, man. That's spectacular. Why not? I know, I don't really want to exit mantra, but, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Now I'm like, things are kind of popping. Give me some max HP. Being able to get the extra max HP on this seems kind of sick. Why don't you give me that super protect as well? I've been unable to make work. I know we have pantograph, but I just want to be sure here. Okay, so we were kind of hoping for early divinities, but, you know, if it happens, it happens. How about a Fear No Evil? Then a Tantrum. Definitely could have done that in a different order. Oh, that's like a crazy good draw. Okay, we got both vaults, which is obviously not ideal, but that's okay. We can play 1 vault pretty much immediately. The other one will loop back around pretty quick. So we already got divinity going. This is like a super easy kill. I hate that we're gonna have to exit stance though. I mean, it does seem to make the... Oh, you know what? We might not have to because we get the gremlin horn payouts. I wasn't even considering that. 1 vulnerable I think means we just smack you. We got 2 more cards we can play. We're not going to be in mantra anyway. Let's just exit calm. Or sorry, exit mantra to go, or exit divinity to go into calm so we can get that extra energy bonus next turn. We got something going here. We're going to be in divinity on the next turn. We have a vault, which is lovely. Oh, we really don't want to enter wrath though. I think we're like learning the the problems with the way that we set this up, which is sometimes we actually, I mean, like every time, we'd rather not exit. Oh, we're back in divinity anyway. We need to find, basically, I think, just like more attacks to deal damage. Let's enter calm because we have to, and less stuff that is like that exit stance as like our means of attacking. I think I'll pop like both of these just to, because I know you give me, I think you give me weakness and frailty, so like we can't become frail anyway. But you know, it's the thought that counts or something. This turn we would love to end in calm. Let's do an eruption. Oh, we're already in wrath, huh? Well, in that case, let's do tantrum. I think it's we're gonna do eruption, fear no evil, miracle protect. Next turn we're gonna have triple damage. And almost, oh, you know what? We get, hold on, 9 energy, by the way. Bowling bash, fear no evil doesn't take us out. Fear no evil doesn't take us out. Tantrum will do the damage first, then we enter wrath. Okay, so we got to do 20 damage to you next turn. We got to do 35 damage to you next turn. Which I mean, 18 plus 24 is not enough. So we'll actually just, you know, we'll play it. We are taking double damage this turn, by the way. The fact that we're only taking 22 off of double damage, I think, is a good sign. This appears to be working for now. I don't see lesson learned really popping for us. Shuffle an expunger into your draw pile. I definitely think we can make that work. We've had a lot of surplus energy. Do we want to not be able to upgrade cards in favor of 1 more energy? I really don't think we do. I think... we have blue candle, let's go. I think the existing energy we have is fine because we have Velvet Choker. So 5 energy is probably going to be unusable a lot of the time. Whereas this we can just remove with Blue Candle at least. I mean, I know it says cannot be removed, but there's ways of getting around that. And then our 3 relics. Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe not amazing, but I think it's okay. Hey, we got like the perfect energy relic to deal with the Timekeeper. And I don't know. We'll see how we want to fight elites here. Self-preservation is kind of important. So if we shuffle an Expunger, the idea is like an Expunger combined with like the amount of well, you know what? We literally just can't do it. How are we gonna play this and then play a vault? Oh, so instead you're just gonna play strike vaults? I guess. I guess that is how we're gonna play it. This turn we're feeling a little bit better. So Devotion's kind of big. We can Tantrum. And then hit you again, and then exit the stance. Okay. Another vault, likely incoming. I don't know if this was the right play now that I look at it. Oh, you're doing 19 damage. Not enough energy. Hold on, this would... Okay, I wanted to make sure we'd be able to play it. Taking 6 damage when we got a Blood Vial, not the end of the world. So Devotion, Tantrum. We can actually exit here. And then Vault. Oh, but there was a burn in our deck, man. Just waiting there. Just teasing us. That's fine. Power Potion. I'm not sold. I'm liking the max HP here. I feel like we might, unfortunately, need it. I will fight a boss from Act 1. That's your gimme, I think. Devotion's huge. I'm not really scared about the way we're approaching this here. Knowing that we have vaults and stuff like that. Or not, yeah, well, yeah, vaults. That's what I meant to say. Vaults. Yeah, hey, that's the ticket. Vaults, I get the picture. Enter Calm. Exit Calm. Very nice. Get Devotion going. We have 3 cards that we can still play. Let's play an Evaluate followed by a Vault. Get more draw later. We have another Vault on this turn. Let's Tantrum. We're going to be in Mantra next turn. Well, you know what we can do? We can Tantrum. I was going to say, like, Enter Calm. I actually think that might be the play. Enter Calm, Miracle Vault. Why do this? I was hoping we would draw a Conjure Blade, and then I was like, look at what we can get out of this, man. You can shuffle an Expunger into your draw pile. We do have triple damage this turn, by the way, but you can shuffle an Expunger into your draw pile that will do 9 damage 9 times, and then you can see, like, all you gotta do is triple that son of a gun. There's even a reasonable chance we could find it. We wouldn't have the energy to play it, but... Okay, here's how we're actually gonna do it, though, after talking about all that. We're just going to play a reasonable amount of defense, and then a cool Expunger, which will do triple damage next turn as well. If we draw it, which we did. 27 damage 5 times. For 1. That seems pretty solid. Okay, so we'll get a rare relic. Thread and Needle seems fantastic. Does seem like Prey might be overkill in some situations. Maybe that's a little bit unnecessarily dour, but I'm a believer in what we got going on, and it appears to be working. These guys, they scare me a little bit. Let's get a power. I'll take more damage. Still seems to be like pretty important for me. I'm like a Crush Joints. Eruption. Vault guy. Vault is like you 100% have to play it every time you get it. I think, at least, from what I understand. So again, we'll be playing Vault. We can Vigilance. I mean, we also do have an Expunger, don't get me wrong. But there's something... I almost prefer, like, Vigilance Empty Mind. which then forces us to play the Vault right after. But dude, like, we're getting so much mileage out of this vulnerability. Are you crazy? I was hoping we'd maybe have like a stance enabler. We have to play that. We could enter calm. Doesn't interest me that much. We got one guy. He's got 81 HP left. I do wish we got into like a devotion a little bit faster, but I don't know how you're supposed to play around that, really. So we have enough. Forget Bowling Bash. Let's get this out here. The triple damage could matter. Fear No Evil puts us in calm. Hey, man, this is a kick in the teeth, huh? Let's get a colorless potion out there. And we'll play a discovery. Oh, man. Deals additional damage equal to mantra gain this combat. Hey, we need 4 block and a safety in hand. That's the only way we're pulling out of that one. And we got one more card left? Okay. So we're taking a small hit, but we get a rare relic for this. So it's, like, certainly potentially well worth it. There we go. Incense Burner is pretty top tier. I know how this looks. I'm getting a little spice. 300 gold for a relic. Should probably check for a shop, but didn't. Pull a basic strike out of my deck and say thanks for the bonus. Double Vault turn 1. It's not what you want to see. But it's okay. Remember, we're really looking for a way to exit stance. The vulnerability is nice. This will exit stance. Although, we could do it like this. And then like this. Get 2 energy back. Definitely we like a devotion out there. We know another vault's coming up. We're looking for, you know, our awesome triple damage plays. I mean, I'm a big believer in just getting an expunger out there, I think. Weakness is not very good for us, but expunger doesn't exhaust either. So, like, the fact that this sticks around is very nice indeed. 24 damage for 1 is maybe not that spectacular, but once you can triple it, things look a little bit different. So this is a very common situation for us, unfortunately. We have triple damage, but we're forced to exit that stance. We got 3 cards. Okay, we can enter calm, and we still take no damage thanks to plated armor. We gotta go a little faster. This is a great turn for intangible. We gotta go a little faster, though. Hey, check this out. Exit stance. Get some energy back. Re-enter stance. Vault it up. Mantra next turn, or divinity next turn? Yes, which gave us an expunger, which is exactly what we needed. And that's some insane damage. We will strike. Tantrum while we're still on triple damage. Look at that. It came together pretty quick. I think that actually a Sands of Time, to me, it seems to make a lot of sense right now. Why don't you go ahead and give me one of these? Potions always appear after combat. I'll add 1 colorless card to my deck. I'll take 2 max HP, please. 10 cards equals draw 1. I'll dig up another relic. Hey, at the start of each combat, hey, whenever you use a potion, gain HP, duplicate a card in your deck. Look, at this point, I don't know if these vaults are actually doing what I need them to do, but they feel good. Give me a membership card. And then after all this, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, like, maybe 2 potions, remove a basic strike. Nothing else really matters, right? Like, we have one combat. I don't think we gain something by adding something to this deck. I don't know if we've played well, but all I ask is that, you know, you understand that, you know, this is it's a character I'm not necessarily that well versed in. You know, we're still trying to puzzle it out here. And this is easily one of the strangest ways I've ever played this character. And admittedly, there's not like a whole lot of you know, data to draw from there. I am actually stupid. I don't wish to end my turn. Instead, just make sure you definitely die so that we take no damage. And Evaluate's always going to be sick. We got one card left. 24? We're already in Wrath? Why not, man? Why not? But yeah, this weird, like, super devotion plus vault play thing that we got going on. Oh, okay. I don't really know how it works, but we appear to be doing okay. We do change stances enough to maybe justify that, but I'm really, like, just of the belief at this point that we're doing what needs... Oh, devotion in hand to start with. That we're doing what needs to be done. Maybe keep the protect. Like, I think we've built something certainly very interesting. Let's weaken you. Protect our plated armor as long as possible. I guess we didn't even... No, that's good. And you know, hold on. I don't mind, it's a bit precious, but I don't mind getting that Expunger out there. I think we're going to need some damage. We're gaining 6 mantra per turn. We're intangible on this turn, which is quite nice. We can enter Calm, which also gave us draw from Ink Bottle. We can hit you again, and then Vault, which shouldn't... It didn't screw up my intangibility, which is crazy. So we can hit you with a 78 damage attack. 21. Tantrum's still pretty good. And we can play one more card. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna exit stance just in case. I don't mind losing the vault. It's not that big of a deal. So we like this. I think we like this. I think we like an Expunger. So next turn, you're going to take some time off. So I'm not going to waste any time exiting my stance. So we should have used the energy potion. Maybe not the Bottled Miracles because it's Timekeeper. But we should have used the energy potion before we played Expunger the first time. Or whatever created Expunger. But that's okay. So you look at it and you got Tantrum is 18 damage. So you'll be at 210. And then... no, this is not how this works. I think we'll just let the turn pass. Because we're not going to lethal you, and we'll use some of our enabling... Or some of the cards that we've got left over. I don't think it's that good. We do need the exit block. Or exit stance. You think you start here. And hey, look at that draw, man. Lucky us. Let's enter Calm. I'm okay with that. We don't need the extra energy. Let's not do it that way then. Let's enter Wrath and then enter Calm. And then exit stance. We have 2 more cards that we could play, or we could save up for next turn. I mean, I definitely feel like you play your cards just to get as much block as possible. We're really just waiting for like I mean, Vault is great, but a good Expunger would hit the spot. Next turn, maybe, like Sands. But if we do this, we're gonna have, like, no cards. You know what we need to do? I think we need to play Vault as our 12th card. Which means we can't play Sands of Time. We gotta do, like, Fear No Evil, Defend, Vault. And then we can start from 0 here. And we got triple damage. I was really hoping... We got close. And we can just play, like, literally anything there. I was really hoping we would draw the Expunger. But now I think we're at the point where, like, just Wrath Expunger gets us there. And we have no Wrath. Just Expunger is pretty good. We only need to do 9 damage. I don't think we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Tag letter opener. Who knew? Alright, so there's Ascension 2 down as the Watcher. A little bit, you know, still, we put a lot of sauce on something that's probably pretty easy, but thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. We're going to keep alternating dailies, Ascensions. Like, not necessarily one-to-one, but as the mood strikes. If you enjoy it, show your support. Click the like button. We're having a Slay the Spire Renaissance in 2021. It's 9:15 a.m. And I'll see you next time. See you.